coming in. Make sure you let me know where you're tuning in from. I love seeing where everybody's at. We had a bunch of folks talking on the live yesterday. We had so much fun. So with this, we are going to be first doing some housekeeping stuff really quick before we get into all these amazing pieces that I'm going to show you. First things first, you're going to want to use that code LIVE25. That is going to give you 25% off of all that you're going to be seeing here today. LIVE25. You're going to use that in your promo code at checkout. The next thing is that anything over $50 that you buy, free shipping, hands down, no questions asked, you got it. And then finally, if you do have any questions whatsoever, even down to like the shipping or just where to put the promo code or what have you, TV has their own personal shopper number side. We have our own personal shoppers here that follow all of what we're going to be selling here today. That number, 888-835-2237. Again, 888-835-2237 is the number you want to save, write down, what have you. We'll be having that number on throughout the show. We'll also have it in the chat as well. So you'll be able to see it all there. So again, good morning to you. I can see Aaron, a couple of other people. So let me know again where you guys are tuning in from. And let's get this show on the road. Okay, so for the first things first, we are going to be showing a lot of, if anybody out there is like, loves blues, like when I'm talking blues, like, you know, just like the color blue with jewelry. I'm not going to lie. We've got a lot of that today, which is really, really nice because I love blue. So this is kind of like the show for me.
So calming.
It is. It's very calming. The other thing that I think that's great too is that we have, again, not only with the calming aspect of it, but folks, I'm not going to lie to you too. We have a number of pieces. Actually, one of them I'm already seeing here. The designers were on Shop LC last week talking about their pieces. So if that gives you any idea of how amazing Shop LC is, we actually talk with the designers. We work with these designers, and I'll let you know which piece it is, but I watched that whole segment and it was really cool to see. It's a husband and wife duo team that designed these pieces that are really, really cool. So first things first though, we are going to look at our first piece here, and we are looking at the Sajen silver constituted amethyst carved multi-gemstone pendant. Now this does not come with the chain, just so you're aware, but this is actually quite a piece here. Also, the Sajen, I just realized too, this is most of them. This is that designer that was on last week here with us at Shop LC. Take a look at this, okay? I love this. Again, the chain does not come with it. It's just the pendant. But look at this. You are looking at amethyst here. Okay, amethyst is, while it is the stone of February, it also can come in a multitude of different colors, just like how diamonds can, just like how indicolite can. A number of gemstones can, a lot of them, or in fact, most of them, can come in different shades and different colors. Here we're looking at amethyst, okay? You are looking at a minimum carat total weight, 220. 220. Take a look at that. All right, you're looking at, again, this gemstone color normally is purple, but you're seeing kind of more this, at least here on the way that it is on the light, it's giving off like that kind of aquamarine color. But then when, for example, when you tilt it like this, that's where you can really see those purple hues that the amethyst is known for, right? Amethyst is one of my favorite stones. Amethyst, tanzanite, sapphires, love those colors. So when you're talking about amethyst, while it doesn't appear on its face, no pun intended, on its face to be purple, I assure you that when you start doing different angles and the lighting and whatnot, you are going to get those purple hues. So again, it is going to be an amethyst. This one, again, it does not come with the chain. However, take a look at the size of this pendant. This is something you don't have to wear it as a necklace. You can do whatever you want with it. But again, this is something when we take a look at the sizing here. All right, we are looking at a good 5.5 centimeters wide, from the widest to the widest, from the going east to west, the widest here. And then we're going north to south. Let's take a look here. We're looking at about 6 centimeters there. 6 centimeters, okay? So again, taking a look at the detail. This is the one reason why I love when we have a monitor behind us, because sometimes the camera can't really pick up all those details. But take a look here at the details. I'm going to use the ruler like a class. Taking a look at this here, that is where you really see the amethyst, okay? So really quick, you're seeing the face here, but then you're seeing stones here where you can really see the amethyst purple, okay? So you are still going to get that amethyst purple no matter what you're thinking, okay? So here you can see that amethyst there, and then you can also see the lighter colored amethyst there as well. Then you do have a couple of your white zircons there, and then a couple of your opals here, but then again, and then one more amethyst here, your white zircon. But this one is all going to be in rhodium over sterling silver. Again, total carat weight of the whole piece, 28.7 carat weights. Now, this retails for a good $1,400. You're looking at a pendant. Again, that total carat weight, 2870 or 28.7. I mean, when you're looking at the number of amethysts here, number of fancy of those multi-gemstones, you're looking at 17. When you're looking at the number of fancy constituted amethysts, as they're calling it, you have one, but then the one that's here, but then again, that's a total carat weight of 220. That is a lot. And again, taking a look at the face here. Now, what I do love about it is it does have kind of that East Asian flair to it, whether it be India, China, but you're having that gorgeous, or even other countries like Indonesia, Nepal, many of those East Asian countries, a lot of that influence that you can see there. And then again, just seeing with the face and then what appears obviously to be like the person's headdress. If you've ever, I always go back to movies. I literally just, because I just grew up watching so many movies as a kid. One of 6 kids, we had family movie nights. If you've ever seen the movie The King and I, okay, The King and I, this reminds me a lot of like in that movie, if you've seen it, where I believe they're in Sri Lanka. Can you remember King and I? Is she in Sri Lanka?
I think so.
Where it's the king? Okay. Yeah. I'm almost positive, like 90% positive. If you know in the chat, let me know. Oh, hey, Jeanette, what's going on? Glad that you like it. I think it's pretty too. And let me know too, Jeanette, if it's Sri Lanka. I'm pretty sure it's Sri Lanka. But this reminds me of the piece when, she first arrived. For those that haven't seen The King and I believe it's like an English teacher comes. It's kind of like The Sound of Music, but Sri Lankan. And she meets the king, and all the dancers come out, and they have like these long like pieces that they're dancing with and whatnot. And they all have headpieces on like this. Immediately, that's what I thought of, The King and I. So if that tells you anything, one of my mom's favorite Broadway shows too. So this one now, again, retails at $1,400, but you're not getting it at that price. You are getting it for the Shop LC price of $209.99. But we love giving those that come to the live streams here, we give you some free stuff. We're giving you free 25% off. So with that 25% off, you are getting it for $157.50, which is going to be 5 budget payments of $31.50. What is budget payments? It's our program Budget Pay that we have here at Shop LC. I moved here about like 3 weeks ago to Austin. And I've been a lot of furniture shopping, and a lot of them push like, oh, do you want to finance with us? And I'm like, well, I mean, I guess I could. Okay, well, we're just going to have to pull your credit, and then we charge you 3% interest. And I'm like, whoa. I can buy this. Like, I don't, this is furniture now we're talking, right? This isn't a car. We don't do that. We don't have that. We also don't have a third party where if you go to a lot of other websites, they have like your Affirms, your Klarnas, your stuff like that. Ours is strictly through us. There is no credit checks. We always say good credit, bad credit, no credit, can't spell credit. It's directly through us. And you usually have 3 to 5 budget payments, no interest free, no credit pull. It's honestly too, the longer and longer that I'm here, and the more and more I talk to the other hosts and the other staff here at Shop LC, we all use budget pay. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm told. And you know what? I'm going to use budget pay. You know why? Here's the one thing that I love about it. You can use the budget pay, right? You're going to get that budget pay of $31.50. Get it home, try it. Again, the chain not included, but get it home, try it. If you don't like it, you get that 30-day money back guarantee. So here, if you just paid one budget payment of $31.50, you still get it. If you don't like it, send it back. You get your $31.50 back. Or if you're really confident and you're like, I think I'm really going to like this. Again, using that live 25 code at your checkout, $157.50 is your price. So again, and then if you get it and you don't like it, send it back. We'll give you your $157 back, no questions asked. The only thing that our shoppers will probably do is say, there's something else you'd like. You want something else in amethyst? We really do care about our customers here, and we want you to have the best experience. And that's why we have our personal shoppers as well. So moving on from that, we have a couple of these different styles here. We have a couple of these different pendants here. This one here, you can really, really see, and this is the correct one that I'm looking at. Yes, this one, you can really see the amethyst. I just want to make sure this is the correct one here that I'm looking at. Yes, okay. All right, we are now going to look at the Sajen Silver Carved Bone. This is a multi-gemstone pendant as well. This one also does not have the chain, but this is going to be in sterling silver. This one here, actually I don't. Here, never mind, I lied. I have it. Okay. No. No, that one looks a little bit different. Stand by, we are live. Just want to make sure we're showing you the right one here. And sometimes, one of the great things, while producer Tyler is checking in on me, also we have Tyler and John, so give them a round of applause. They do everything behind the scenes and make my life easy. One of the things is sometimes, okay, here's the other thing. So we have our TV studios here, we have our live stream studios here, and our warehouse is literally right next door. Thank you. So is this one replacing this one, or would you have this one later in the show?
We are going to swap those out.
Okay, perfect. I can do that. So one of the things is that's really cool is our warehouses are right next door. So when we do our shows and whatnot, they're all literally coming, these pieces directly from the warehouse, and then they go back. And every one of them has a number. And mind you, I mean, we have producers that plan on what we're going to show, what we're going to style with, and what have you. And sometimes when we have to give our orders, like our show order to the warehouse, every once in a while you can get a mistake here and there. But we did have it. I think they actually just gave us an extra one, to be honest. They did actually something good this time. Or not that they never do something good, but you know what I mean. All right, so we are back with this pendant here. All right, let's take a look. So this one here, oh, this one's beautiful. Beautiful, except stand by so that we can make sure that this holds here. All right, this one's a little bit heavy too. Not gonna lie, this one's a little bit heavy, but do not be afraid because it's worth the wait. See what I did there? Check this one out. Again, this is your carved bone multi-gemstone pendant without the chain, but that's going to be in sterling silver. Take a look. This is going to be 30.4 carat weights total. Take a look at that. That is just stunning. When we're talking about multi-gemstones here, okay, take a look at the turquoise there. Not going to lie to you, turquoise right now and the turquoise look really making a comeback, but then look at the face. Let me on a live with you. It's just me. No, we actually, the only people that we actually go live with are believe it or not, are the designers, which is really, really nice because you're able to get and see a lot of their inspiration. And it's one of those things where, it's actually really, really fun to see. But so here, take a look.
It's interesting to hear them talk about their jewelry and stuff, like how they created it.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And here, I believe it's a husband and wife couple here, but they were on Shop LC and they were talking about all of the inspiration that they had with these. And so here you can see with this one. Again, this is going to be in sterling silver. I don't know, folks, if you saw the price of sterling silver, but it reached its record high today. Yesterday it was at 107. We had our gold presentation today that I talked to you guys about. Gold went over 5,000. And I mean, the other night when Chris Whitley and I were overnight from 2 to 6 a.m., I mean, we had pieces of silver. I mean, we blew it out of the park with folks when it came to silver, because we were telling folks silver is about to get on pace with gold. Because when you think of silver, yes, it's in our jewelry, but it's also in our electronics, in our chips for our cars and our electronics. Silver is starting to be, you know, when you have precious metals, gold is king. Silver is like going to be the president or the prime minister when it comes to precious metals here soon. But then again, take a look at this face with the bone here. And then again, you have those multi-gemstones there. You are looking at a number of different colored multi-gemstones there. But again, this is going to be $925 sterling silver. If you didn't know this, $950 sterling silver is the highest quality. Second highest quality is the $925. And what is $925 and $950 mean? $950 sterling silver means it's 95% sterling silver, because you can never have pure sterling silver, by the way. Otherwise, it starts to get too soft and what have you. You always kind of have to bond it usually with like palladium, because it's super, super strong and durable. So your $950 sterling silver is going to be your most pure. And then your $925 is 92.5% sterling silver. So literally, you know, just 3 steps down from that $950. But $925 sterling silver is still insanely valuable, because $950 sterling silver it's literally the same as going from 24 karat gold to 22 karat gold. Not much of a difference, literally, and even almost in the same numbers, $950 to $925. All right, so with this, take a look at the detailing here. Again, you can see the carved face in that bone, and then you're seeing a number of the multi-gemstones. You're seeing amethyst, you're seeing your white zircon, and then here you're seeing your turquoise here with those silver sterling studs. I love sterling silver in the sense when you have these etchings and these carvings like this, because when you have that, take a look at this. And especially too, it looks like it's almost the flowers are also in that bone. And you can see when you have carvings and stuff like that, it gives it a shine, literally that shine bright like a diamond look, you know? And then when you see these here, again, these are going to be your studs of silver here. It looks like those would be diamonds or gemstones as well. So love this piece. This one normally retails, when we're looking here, this one normally retails at $1,400. $1,400 this one retails at. You're getting it for $209.99 with the Live 25 discount for being on the live stream here. $157.50, 5 budget payments of $31.50. So taking a look at that. Again, the chain does not come with it. However, and then also you can see here in the center, right here, you can see your amethyst stone there. That one being purple. And then again here, in the detailed version, it's going to be right there. Beautiful pure amethyst stone. So, absolutely beautiful piece. Looking at another pendant now. These ones, again, what I like about this line is you are really seeing kind of nature's true beauty. You're seeing that bone, you're seeing the turquoise, you're seeing the amethyst. This one, you're going to be seeing that abalone shell, okay? And when I show you exactly what the abalone shell is, you're going to see the different parts to it. Anybody out there that's ever eaten oysters, clams, anything that comes in a shell like that in the ocean, this looks very oceanic, if I could use that term. Take a look at this here. This is a gorgeous pendant, and you can see all of the different oceanic type of colors. You see the pops of blue, You see that shell white. You see a little bit of the coral, the deep blues. Absolutely gorgeous when it comes to this style here. Taking a look at the measurements here, we are looking at almost 5 centimeters across, okay? 5 centimeters across, and top to bottom, we are looking at about 8 centimeters. 8 centimeters, okay? This one also does not come with the chain, but you are looking at, again, that 925 sterling silver, which is gorgeous. Now take a look at the detailing here. Again, this minimum carat weight of 950. You're going to be looking at that Abilene shell, okay? That is, the Abilene shell is going to be this one, no. This one here, I'm sorry, the face is the Abilene shell. Then when you look at the number of fancy gemstones, you're going to have 22. So you have your amethyst, you have your peridot, you have your chromium diopside, you have your another peridot, you have your aquamarine, you have, let's see, another one here. Almost looks like it could be like a blue sapphire, another amethyst, another amethyst. So you're having really all of the ocean's best colors there. And then if you can scroll up for me again, if you can, or scroll down, yeah, you know what I mean. Just to make sure. Okay. Now when you're seeing here, this here, I mean, absolutely gorgeous when it comes to the Abilene there. When we're talking this one, again, looking at that 9.5 carat weight, this one retails at $1,500. Your Shop LC price is $199. And then with that 25% off, you're going to be getting it for $149.99, which is going to be 5 budget payments, basically of $30. $150, 5 budget payments of $30. Absolutely stunning, gorgeous. Anybody that you know that loves the ocean and loves to make a dramatic effect, this is that one there. But again, chain does not come with it, so you're going to have to add that one yourself. But again, absolutely gorgeous. You're going to be seeing a lot of pendants here. We will get to rings, but again, don't forget, we do have that personal shopper number, 888, excuse me, the Cedar Fever. Cedar Fever coupled with cold air, not a good combo, so excuse my coughing every once in a while. But 888-835-2237. Again, 888-835-2237 is the number that you're going to call. All right. Now, we are going to your Sajen Silver Larimar. It's the Celestial Blue Double Quartz Turtle Pendant. Again, this is without the sterling silver, without the chain, but this is going to be in sterling silver. Take a look at this. The other pendant, not going to lie, a little too big for my taste, but some people love, again, to make a dramatic effect. This size, I would say, a little bit more my style, a little bit more my taste, what I would wear. All right, so when you're looking at from top to bottom here, let's take a look. Number of centimeters here. Top to bottom, I'm looking at about 1, 2, 3, 4. We're taking from the widest point to the widest point here. We're looking at about 3 centimeters. Okay. Now again, a little bit difficult to see the detailing here, but again, you are looking at that silver Larimar and the double quartz, and it's blue double quartz. Very, very difficult, very, very rare, especially to carve. Take a look. Your background here, that is going to be your double quartz. And then again, you have your rhodium over sterling silver detailing here. And then again, you're looking at the silver Larimar, and then again with your double quartz there, and then also an amazing gemstone there as well to add to more to that blue. Again, this is going to be their sky blue turquoise-ish color here. And that one's going to have a minimum carat weight of about 2290. So again, 2290 of that double quartz there. And when we're talking about the rarity, again, of this blue quartz, extremely rare. And then again, adding with that turtle and that rhodium over sterling silver, again, your total carat weight, 23.7. This one normally retails at a fairly expensive price here. We're looking at $1,300. $1,300, and again, that price is going to be not only because of that rhodium over sterling silver, but again, you have your double quartz there all throughout. And you can see in the profile, that is all above that double quartz, that detailing. So you have your double quartz and then everything that lays on top of it. So you're getting a big carat of that that blue double quartz there. This one again retails $13.99. However, you are looking at a savings of 85%. It goes down to $191.24. But we had that 25% discount for you. Again, live 25 at checkout, which is going to give you $143.43, 5 budget payments of around $28.60. $28 to see if you like it. I think it's gorgeous. Again, if you love either sea turtles, you love the ocean, what have you, this is that color. And then again, when you're looking at that gemstone at the very top here to kind of piece it all together, you are looking at that sapphire blue, which really adds to it. Okay. So again, go ahead, try it through the budget pay. If you don't like it, 30-day money back guarantee. The world, no pun intended with this sea theme, the world is your oyster when it comes to what you want to do, whether you want to wear it as a pendant, what have you. But again, that chain does not come along with it. So again, take one last look at it because we're moving on to earrings. Earrings. Again, many of these are going to be that ocean theme as well. Going to be absolutely gorgeous to add to any piece. And when we are talking about these earrings, we are going to be talking about your flat blue sapphire druzy quartz. This is going to be a multi-gemstone earring that's going to be in rhodium over sterling silver. So, what do I mean? Okay, I have my whole bag there too. Oh yeah, these are better too? Oh, okay. So folks, hang on, give me 1 second, because I'm going to grab this cough drop. Oh, nice.
Yeah, but there.
Nice. Okay, thank you. Because a lot of it too is my lungs.
No, I've been there.
This might help. Thank you. See, folks, so it's been a while since I've lived in Austin, and
these allergies are killer.
We have cedar here. So, folks in the Midwest, we lucked out. While we might have snow, thank God we don't have cedar. Because when you're not around cedar, oh man, it is not fun. And then coupled with this freezing cold, when the cedar pollen gets in your lungs, and then the cold air, it like irritates it even more. And that's exactly what's happening with me right now. But I'm glad I'm here with you guys. So again, talking about that flat blue sapphire druzy quartz, multi-gemstone, rhodium over sterling silver. These are gorgeous. And you can see immediately where your blue sapphire is. Take a look at these and the way that they sparkle and shine. I'm going to throw one on here for you, so don't worry. But this is what they look like when you look up close. First of all, look at the detailing and look at this. It's almost like if anybody's ever been to a black sand beach, they do exist. A lot of them are kind of overseas, not going to lie. Although, do we have one here in the United States? There was one on the coast, or the Gulf Coast.
Of what?
A black sand beach. Let's find out. Japan Italy, Fuji. Okay, it looks like many of them are all, yeah. Okay, oh, Maui does. Maui, and then I think a black sand beach in the United States.
Hawaii.
Okay. And then it looks like there's a few in California. Okay, so we learned something new. Parts of California and then Maui have the black sand beaches. Which again, when you look at this totally looks like that black sand beach look. Take a look here at the length. A really, really nice length. You know, a lot of this jewelry reminds me of like if you're going to, you know, on a beach vacation, any kind of beach vacation, this is the jewelry that you bring to wear with all of your stuff. And it's going to add to so much. Like, for example, like this here, and you can see even like the detailing. You literally could just wear a plain blue like t-shirt dress, and this is going to dress it up. That's how amazing this jewelry is. Because again, you don't need a lot of design on you because there's so much design on the jewelry. That's gorgeous. So again, taking a look at this, you have your the flat blue sapphire druzy quartz. Then here you're going to be having your gemstones here that are that sapphire, and then your turquoise, and then again your multi gemstones here with that sapphire color as well. This literally screams ocean. All of these pieces scream that ocean, nature, that oceanic theme here. And I'm a huge beach person. I'm a Scorpio. I'm a water sign. So I'm a huge, huge beach fan. And that is why I think this really captures that essence here. And then even taking a look at the profile, seeing that quartz there. Again, this all being that double quartz, but again, reminding you kind of those black sandy beaches. And I'm going to give you a little bit of a profile here so you can see. Actually, let me just do one of these earrings here. That'll be much easier. Oh, look at that. Take a look at that profile there. You can kind of see the thickness of the ring in that quartz. Okay. And I will say, appears to be heavy, not heavy. Not heavy at all. All right. Now, when we are looking at the retail value of these, you're not going to believe this. They're almost $1,800, folks. $1,800. But again, you have the sapphire in there. Sapphire, when you think of the top 3 gemstones in the world, as I don't know if you guys watched me and Steve Milne on the overnights the other night, where we were selling all things gold and platinum. We were talking rubies, sapphires, and emeralds. If you need to know what the top 3 gemstones are, go to the Tower of London in London, where all the Queen's jewelry is. And you'll figure out real quick what the top 3 gemstones are. Ruby, king of rubies, sapphire, which is on this, and your emeralds. So your reds, your blues, and your greens. Here you're getting that sapphire. These go for $1,800. Again, you're getting that sapphire and that double quartz on there. I'm sorry, that druzy quartz, which that druzy quartz, again, is that black sand beach look. You're getting it for the price of $239.99. With that 25% off, you're going to be getting it for $170 or $180, which is going to be 5 budget payments of $36. 5 budget payments of $36 to get these gorgeous pieces here. And again, these are going to be in your rhodium over sterling silver. So again, the great thing too about these is for those that care and for those where it matters, all of these Sajen products here, or these Sajen pieces, excuse me. Again, we had the husband and wife. I believe they're husband and wife. Because I missed like the very initial part of the interview and then saw the rest of it. But it's a husband and wife duo team. And all of these pieces are made right here in the USA. Right here in the USA. So many people really, really care about that. Others, when it comes to jewelry, they prefer Italy. They prefer here, there, wherever. But if you're all about, making stuff in this country, These are great pieces. Which, speaking of, oh my God, did you guys see the new Budweiser commercial for the Super Bowl?
Haven't seen it.
Where it's the Clydesdale and the Eagle.
Oh, yeah.
And we're talking about made in the USA. That commercial, I teared up. So again, a lot of folks really, really care about USA products made here. With these products, you're going to be happy. And all of them say on the back, Sajen and made in the USA. So love seeing American jewelry designers here. Love seeing it made here. Again, not that Italy and everywhere else is bad, but again, there are some people that really care about that and they want to, contribute back to here. So this is a great way to do it. All right, now let's look at your next one here. I believe we're doing the ring first. Okay, yes, we're doing the ring. So we've done a lot of pendants. We've gotten an earring in. Let's do a ring, shall we? Oh, wow. This one, folks. This is a multi-gemstone in rhodium over sterling silver. This is pearl and, your silver pink pearl dyed druzy quartz. Take a look at this. And you can, and honestly, folks, too, you can feel this. I'm going to show you here. Look at this. Now, this is something that you would probably see in an estate sale because it's just so different. And I'm going to show you the profile here so you can see. Literally, you can tell this is that natural druzy quartz here. Take a look at that. See how it's uneven? You don't have that perfect roundness there. That's because that is just such a great enhancing look of like really truly like nature's ring, right? And again, that is going to be your pink pearl dyed druzy quartz. And then again, you can just see the sparkle. Look at that. That is just gorgeous here. All right, so when we're talking about multi-gemstones here, a number of multi-gemstones on these. Also, first, let me grab you a quick size here because I'm sure you're like, how big is that? All right, so when we are looking at this, we are looking at about 3 centimeters. Okay, 3 centimeters from top to bottom there. And then from side to side, we're looking at about 3 centimeters that it extends. However, don't let the weight fool you. It's not, it's got some weight to it, but it's not heavy, if that makes sense. And when we are talking about the siding here as well, again, this is in your rhodium over sterling silver. You're going to have those side detailings as well on the band of the ring. And you can see the way that the ring is, it really sits up on a pedestal. And then taking a look at the under gallery, you can see that quartz completely from the other side too. So again, this one, gorgeous, especially with that diamond look. It looks like a sparkly diamond pearl, which again was the effect. But again, this is quartz. But then don't forget, you have a number of multi-gemstones here. And take a look at the coloring here. All right, now when we are looking at, we're looking at pink gemstones. We're looking at 4 of your, no, actually, hang on, let me make sure I have the number right here. Oh, well, can you zoom out for me just a little bit? Because I see the opals there. Okay. Here's going to be your 4 pink gemstones. This comes with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 opals. If you don't know anything about an opal, the one thing that's amazing about opals is they literally pull from whatever gemstone colors around it. So you can see, because again, for those that don't, I mean, if you know your jewelry, you know an opal. But an opal is going to have like that milky-ish hue to it. and it pulls whatever colors are next to it. In this case, pink. So they're almost coming off like a neon pinkish purple. Because that's the other thing is opals have like an amazing like neon underbelly to it. That's really, really gorgeous. And opals, every single one of them is unique. You're never going to find an opal that's the same. Like, for example, you see a quad amethyst next to another quad amethyst, they're going to look the same. Opals do not. They all are different. Every single one of them is unique. These are your opals, and you can literally see how they all are a different color. Because again, it's pulling to what's next to it. This is pulling that pink tone here. Here you can see it's pulling the white. Here you can see again that pink tone, and it's coming off a little bit more purple. And then the other thing too is depending upon the angle that the opal is having the light shined on it, not only next to the gemstone of what color it's pulling from, but then it can change. It almost reminds me of if you're a late millennial like me, the little mood rings we used to wear as kids, where it would like tell you your mood. But just how it was those rings that would constantly change. I don't know if you guys remember those mood rings. Mine was always in green. It like never changed color. It was always like, oh, if you're mad, it's going to turn red. If you're content, it's going to be yellow. Green was like depressed or something. And mine was like always green. And I'm like, but I'm not depressed. I'm like happy. Which always made me laugh. Excuse me. But again, opals are like those mood rings that we had as a kid. Okay. So taking a look at this again, you have that Druzy quartz again with that pearl pink shimmer. And then you have your 4 pink gemstones and then 8 of those opals. This, folks, this retail, and then also, I'm sorry, don't forget that rhodium over sterling silver. As far as the weight of this, you're looking at 15.8 carats. As far as the price of this retails for, if you could just scroll up for me there, Tyler. This one retails for $2,000. $2,000. And you know what? I believe it. Take a look at that profile. Look at that. Again, this is something that you would find at an estate sale. This is an estate ring there. Look at that. Okay. Retails for $2,000. Not your price. Your Shop LC price. It's $239.99 with the 25%. That's going to bring you down to $180, which is going to be 5 budget payments of $36. $36, and you have an amazing ring there for you. Take a look, because we do not have, we have a few, but we also, we have about, we have for size from 6 to 10, but your size 6 and your size 10 are starting to get, the count is starting to get a little bit low. And for this, a lot of times we'll talk about free ring sizing, or not the free ring sizing, but we'll resize it 2 sizes up or 2 sizes down. This can't, because you can see that detailing there. And it would be a shame to do it too, So get it while it's hot, okay? If you liked the ring, we also have the pendant. And I'm going to actually switch out this one here and put it on a pendant for you so you can see, because the chain does not come with it. Most of these, the chain does not come with it, but that's okay. We have amazing chains at Shop LC. And right now, if you were to get a sterling silver chain, you're going to be getting it well below market price, since the price of silver is literally starting to go up, 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 and up. I could go on my whole silver spiel, but we'll save that for another day. Okay. This one here. Take a look. The exact same as the ring, just around your neck as a pendant there. Gorgeous, okay? When we're looking at the detailing again, we are looking at those opals, the multi-gemstones. What I love in designers, when they do this, okay, you have the bail. I learned this actually the other night from Chris Whitley. This here, where the pendant connects, and this little bad boy right here, where the chain would loop through, that's called your bail. That's a bail. I love when designers design the bail as well. Because you know why? To me, it just shows like I wanted to add like just one more thing, right? And taking a look at that too. Look at that. And again, there's nothing wrong, for example, when you have like a super just elegant bail with like nothing on it. That's totally fine too. This one didn't need it because it's all right here, right? But this one though, I think it just adds one more little pop of color there at the top that I think is really pretty. So again, this one, you're looking at those multi-gemstones. You're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you get one extra. Those opals, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, just like the ring. And then again, you're looking at that Jersey quartz with that sparkly pink overtone to it. And then again, taking a look at the profile, just like the ring, you're seeing where it truly is that uneven cut to show like the natural earth stone. I like that they kept it like that. I think that's really pretty. This one retails at $19.50 and your shop LC price is going to be $200. $200 with that 25% is going to be $150. And then your 5 budget payments are just $30. I mean, when I was here yesterday doing all the lives and I had like the little handy dandy calculator because math is not my strong suit. And I was seeing that 25% and you're seeing $50 off of something that's worth almost $2,000 and we're giving it to you for $200. You're already going to get it 90% off. So then again, you add, like, let me just for giggles here, times, so that's 175, or no, actually, hang on. I'm totally doing this the wrong way. Again, semi good at math, but, oh shoot. All right, so from that $19.49 to the $199, at the prices there that you can see. If you're on Instagram, you can see it up there. You're already getting $1,750 off. And then adding the 25%, an extra 25% off from that price, which you get that $50 off, you're getting $1,800 off of this piece that's worth $200, or that's worth $2,000. I don't know where else you can get something like that. I mean, can you imagine going into a jewelry store and being like, hey, I know it's $2,000, but can I buy it for $200? And then just give you like $30 right now. And then like pay you like $30 every month after that for like 5 months. They'd be like, get out, get out. So when you talk about the deals that you have here at Shop LC, I sometimes can't even believe it. And what's happening too, folks, is I'm starting to see, like, I know the price where I'm like, yeah, that would easily be worth $2,000 because I know those jewelry price stores, right? And I don't know how it is for you guys, but I'm starting to like see more and more like where I'm learning like Shop LC prices where I'm like, oh, yep, that's going to be worth this for Shop LC. And I like forget the actual retail price now because I'm so used to seeing the Shop LC prices.
We get jaded, Faran.
Exactly. Thank you. We get jaded. We get jaded, So yeah, like it's mind blowing. It's like, I know this is worth almost $2,000, but now like my newly jaded brain, I'm like, oh, this would probably go for like 500 because and it's just like, wait a minute. No, you know what I mean? You get that Shop LC jaded, which is a good thing, which is why you want to keep it here, because again, that's where you're going to find the best deals on all of the best pieces of jewelry. So we have the ring, we have the pendant. Now we are going to one more pendant. Again, this one is going to be without the chain, but it's going to be in rhodium over sterling silver. And this one also is going to be, you're going to have your Brazilian citrine, and then you're also going to have your golden sheen moonstone. I'm going to put this on a chain for you so that you can see the style here. But again, all of these, you don't have to have it as a pendant necklace. However, again, we have some amazing prices on our silver chains right now that have not gone up, even though silver just hit its record. Why do I say that? Because I know they're going to go up. The other night when Chris and I were covering silver, we didn't even, you know how, like, for example, if you've ever watched us on TV, we'll always say, oh, let's go shopping and look at a comparison from somebody else. We were comparing against ourselves, against Shop LC pieces here, because they were the prices, like we could see other prices going up in real time for other silver pieces. Because for those that don't know, you know, a lot of the price points and what have you, a lot of that is decided by our, you know, higher ups here. But then they also look at India and then the UK and Germany. That's where we also have headquarters at. Because, for example, right now Steve Milne is in Vicenza, Italy, at a silver factory, a silver and gold factory. And the guy was saying, the CEO that he was talking to, he was like, we normally do gold. He's like, but we've been doing a lot more silver because the gold is getting more expensive. And he's like, and silver, you know, is always kind of like the baby sister to gold, right? He's like, however, we're having to now raise our silver prices too because the price of silver is going up. He's like, so the fact that we can keep a lot of our prices down, but there are some pieces that are starting to go up here on Shop LC, again, because of those silver prices. So, you know, we have to kind of compete with the markets and what have you. But again, you'll always see the lowest price here. So there's my little side spiel for you. But take a look at this one. This one is gorgeous. Again, you're getting that golden sheen moonstone and then that Brazilian citrine. And we're looking at the length here. We're looking at about 6 centimeters there. 6 centimeters. And then from the widest point to the widest point, you're looking at about 4 centimeters there. Okay, so taking a look at the detailed look here, and we're going to look at it on its side. Here you are seeing that golden moonstone. Moonstone, super rare, super gorgeous. It's one of those things where when you see that color and the way that it shines, again, you can see exactly where it is on the detailed piece, but when you see it here, you can see that it almost looks like it's got and the reason why they call it moonstone is depending upon the way the light hits it. It looks like, for example, if you watch the moon, where you have like your crescent, your half moon, your full moon, the light moves exactly like kind of how it does with, you know, the moon's shape, which is really, really pretty. My younger sister was like super into astronomy and like moon phases and all that stuff when she was little. She was the one sibling that was like camping out in the backyard with her little telescope and stuff. But whenever she learned something about that, and that's where I learned from her the moon shapes and all that stuff, which is why I'm saying when you see it in the light, that's why it's called the moonstone, because literally the light hits it on that crescent, and it looks like all the different phases of the moon. Really cool. So then you also have your Brazilian citrine. Okay, your citrine is going to be, if you can think of any kind of color. And what I love about citrine, especially Brazilian citrine, if you know anybody that has hazel eyes, I have hazel eyes, it changes color. They change color with what they're next to. So when you have these golden moonstones, the citrine is going to look even more gold with that pop there. And then again, you have your citrine there on the bail of the pendant. Taking a look here, you again have your 4 moonstones, and then you have your 3 Brazilian citrine stones. And then again, the etching here and that rhodium over sterling silver. Very geometric pattern here. And then you can see the solid triangles versus the etched triangles here, adding a little bit more of that sparkle when it hits the light here. You can see there. And that's what I love about like silver and gold, is the way that you etch it and craft it. I mean, for example, yesterday we had one that's dubbed the diamond cut. Why is it called the diamond cut? It's because no matter what way the light hits it, it literally looks like it could be a diamond. So again, that's the great thing about your precious metals. is the carvings, the etchings, the detailing. You can make it literally look like anything you want. So with this one, again, your moonstones, your Brazilian citrine, you are looking at a retail price of $1,300. That is actually not going to be your price. $224.99 or $225 is your Shop LC price. And then $168 is your price after the 25% off. You can get 5 budget payments of $34. $34, and then you have that gorgeous pendant there. So, really quick, again, that personal shopper number, 888-835-2237. Again, 888-835-2237 is the number that you're going to want to call there, because any questions that you have, whatnot, you are going to want to speak to them. They're more than happy to speak to you because, again, that's what they're there for. They're literally there to help you with anything that you need. The other thing, folks, is next week, if you have that graphic, Tyler, next week is a very special week for Shop LC. We had one back in December. We had one last year. And now we're doing another again. We have GemFest. All right, GemFest. What is GemFest? So not next week, but the following week. But I want to let you guys know because, again, a lot of people have been asking the Shop LC VIP page. You're going to see it on there, which if you're not a member, go ahead and join. It's a great place. Talk all things jewelry. February 20th, Friday, it's from 1 to 5 p.m. here in Austin, Texas. You have to RSVP, which is why I want to let you guys know this and kind of tell you in the midway point through our show. If you scroll up here, you're going to see all of the things that we have going on. We're going to have free jewelry cleaning and repairs, on-site appraisals for just $55. Okay, jewelry workshops. One of them is going to be with the legend Becky Booker. She's going to be doing a gemstone workshop, which literally that woman, I cannot say enough about her. When I first started here, coming from off of news of 15 years, and seeing the jewelry and the way that it all is, the reason why I'm like semi-good now is because of Becky Booker and also Deanna Lins. So mainly just because I've done the most shows with them. And trust me, all the other hosts are amazing as well. But I've just done the most shows with those two. And I have learned so much about gemstones. The cut, color, carat, and quality, or the cut, color, carat, and clarity are your 4, okay? Now, we also have, because again, Shop LC, we don't just do gemstones and jewelry, we also do fashion and lifestyle. So we do have a fashion show, and then we also have gifts, prizes, refreshments, what have you. Also, yours truly is going to be hosting a Price is Right game with contestants and seeing who can guess the right price for jewelry and whatnot. So that's going to be fun. But here, if you want to take a quick zoom in on this one, Tyler. So folks, if you're interested in going, okay, just take a quick screenshot of this. Take a quick screenshot. And then once you have it as your picture, you'll just click on that QR code and it'll bring you to where you need to RSVP. If you're like, I don't know how that QR code stuff and technology, then just go to our caller number, 877-899-0078 is the number to reserve your spot. 877-899-0078. We have tons of people that show up. We have a lot of fun. We also have tours where you can see our studios and what have you. So it's a lot of fun. So make sure you come, if you're in the Austin area or if you're close by, come for a day. We have a number of hotels around our offices here too. So it's really, really fun. So, all right. With that said, let's move on to another pendant that we have here. This one very similar to that other one that we saw with the bone face, or the face that was made out of that bone. But this one is going to be a little bit different, where it's going to have, again, that carved bone face, but then it's also going to have multi gemstones around it as well in that sterling silver. This is going to be sterling silver. This one is going to be 3.85 carats. And again, when you're talking about the bone here, bone is very, very difficult to carve because, you know, you have to make sure it kind of goes along with the flow of the bone. You know, for example, like doing like an up carve, like a, you know, like for example, and this is the only reason that I know this, is like, for example, like when men shave, right? They always say never go against the grain, right? The same with carving when it comes to bones. You can't go against the grain. It's really, really difficult. So when you do like an up carve against that bone, it's super, super easy to have it chip or what have you. And this one here, you're going to be able to see why it's worth so much. Now this one though, again, you're going to be seeing this one. Take a look here. Very, very similar to the other one that we saw. But when it comes to the number of gemstones and the size of those gemstones, a little bit different. And when we're looking at the size, we're seeing around 7 inches from the bale to the bottom. And then make sure about 3.5 centimeters across. So 7 inches from top to bottom, 3.5 across. So now, again, when we're talking about the multi-gemstone, we're going to be looking at a number of different colors here. But again, this is all sterling silver. This one isn't rhodium over sterling silver. This is going to be your 925 sterling silver. Again, you're going to see a number of different gemstones. You're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the different types that you're seeing here, we're seeing kind of that peridot color, which is kind of that lime green here at the top. You're seeing your citrine, which is that kind of hazel champagne color. You're seeing a little bit of your darker opals. You're seeing your sapphire. And then you could say like a champagne and another peridot there. So again, with these multi-gemstones here, actually, hang on. If you could scroll down here, I might have gotten one of these wrong. Okay, no. For a second there, I thought, no, these are going to be your opals right here. You have 2 opals. It doesn't look like it on the picture, but when you see it, take a look. You can see the opals immediately. What it looks like would be her earrings. Those are 2 opals. So you have 2 opals, and then your peridot, your amethyst, and what would look like be like your rubellite next to it, from at least the one that I'm looking at here. So yeah, this would be kind of like your amethyst. If you could scroll down a little bit on this so I could see the bottom part. So you can see, yes, perfect. Yeah, so here would be like your rubellite color, your ruby, and then your amethyst again. So, and then again, your 2 opals. So gorgeous stones, all kind of around each other, feeding off of each other. And then again, what's interesting is you have those, what look like those earrings on her. Both of those are opals, grabbing colors from the top and the bottom of the piece. Now this one retails at almost $1,000. You are looking at a price of $179.99. However, $134.99 or $135 is your price with that live 25 code, which is going to be 5 budget payments of $27. $27, and again, this is sterling silver. This is not your rhodium and sterling silver. This is sterling silver. I'm actually a little bit shocked that it's not worth more. Not gonna lie. But I have a feeling Anker hasn't gone through all of the sterling silver prices yet and raised every last one of them. I think they're going slowly, slowly through them. All right. So this one again, sterling silver, great piece. And when you're talking about the weight of it, we're looking at around 3.85 carat weight. Okay. Now, this one is very cool. This one is another pendant. And, you know, what's interesting about this one is you have a double bale, which, okay, Double bail here, folks. Not usually when you hear that, it means this pendant gonna be big. All right, and this is a big pendant. Especially taking a look at this too. This one is beautiful. All right. For those that like the ocean and who like symbols and whatnot, and I'll explain that in a second. This one is gorgeous. Let me just fix this length here for this pendant so you can see it better. All right, here we go, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, take a look at that. Wow. First of all, just look at the profile. Okay, you saw the ring and the pendant of the other one and how, again, it was that natural cut, that natural stone where it looks rigid and whatnot. That's because they cut into this quartz. All right, so this is going to be your silver golden dream Pariba window druzy quartz. All of this is going to be your double quartz and that rhodium over sterling silver. Take a look. You have a bail on each side. And we'll show you a little bit more in that detail. But also, taking a look at the size here, from the bail to the bottom, you're looking at about 5.5 centimeters. And then across, you're looking at 4 centimeters across. Okay? Again, perfect circle. And then you have your multi-gemstone on the top here. Again, this one does not have the chain. However, when you're looking at the number of carat weights here, again, this is quartz, 113.6. Woo, that's a big boy. What's also gorgeous, okay, so you have the front here. Take a look at the back, too. How they have that back open so you can see it. I love that because, you know, it kind of reminds me of, what is it? You know, like when you go to the aquarium or you see those places like where you walk on the floor and it's like above like the aquarium, or like when you're, and the aquariums have it like where you go underneath and they have like the little walkway and you can have like the glass over you where you're like, you feel like you're in the aquarium, right? Where you can look down through the glass and see all the water, what have you. Clearly, I've been to a lot of weird aquariums in my life, but this reminds me of that.
No, they're awesome.
Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, I like I said, I'm a huge beach person and a huge aquarium lover, and so this looks like you're looking down into the ocean or what have you. That's why I like it, the fact that it's open. That's really cool. And again, there's no glass over it. Like this is the quartz. You can feel it. You know, it's a very solid earth stone. But again, super gorgeous. You're looking at that multi-gemstone on top. Taking a look here, you can see, again, this is all going to be in your rhodium over sterling silver, which, by the way, too, the reason, for example, why you're seeing this piece probably in sterling silver and the other pieces, for example, like this one in rhodium over sterling silver, is when you have, you know, these gemstones can get a little bit heavy. A lot of times that rhodium over sterling silver is a little bit more durable and holding weight. So that's sometimes why you're going to see that. This, I will say, is a heavy piece. It is heavy. It's heavy. Okay. Still wearable, but it's got some weight to it, which is, again, why you're seeing that rhodium over sterling silver. So this you can see here. And again, this is the quartz that they literally, you can see just chipped away. And then that is what is left, which is gorgeous. And then again, that sapphire colored gemstone there. Gorgeous. This one, again, I'm very surprised. $1,000. $1,000. But the shop LC price, $150. 25% off. $112. 5 budget payments of $22. For a giant bam of a pendant of quartz like that, $22. To me, that's worth a try. Worth a try. See if you like it. If you don't, send it back. You got 30 days and we'll give you your money back. We'll give you those 22 bucks back. But again, this one, gorgeous. Also, if you take a look at that multi-gemstone on the top and you see the detailing, for those that kind of like the chakra and are into all of that, it kind of, you can only kind of see it on the side angle here, but it almost looks like that third eye. You know, that third eye that people talk about? It reminds me of the third eye. Take a look there. You can kind of see it a little bit better. I don't know. Just me. I sometimes believe in a lot of that chakra stuff. And to me, it looks exactly like the third eye. So something kind of cool. Moving on, let's do another ring here. This one, okay, we saw that pendant, or no, sorry. We saw the earrings earlier. Remember this one with that druzy quartz there? Now we got the ring for it. Check it out. This one here, you can wear it up or down, but take a look here. So you can wear it this way, or you can wear it this way. Either way, whatever floats your boat. Whatever floats your boat in this ocean theme. All right, so we are looking at 2.5 carats. We're looking at a number of different pieces on here. We are looking at your sapphire druzy quartz here. We're looking at multi-gemstones. And then this is also going to be in that rhodium over sterling silver. So first of all, take a look at this one. This one has that detailing that almost looks like, it looks very, to me, a little bit Art Deco inspired. But also, you can see with the pieces here, very like kind of like that geometric look to it as well. This, honestly, seeing it here doesn't even do it justice. I will say this is a much gorgeous picture. If you can zoom out for me just a little bit, so you can see you have that detailing on the side of that sapphire blue and that light blue. Here are your 6 and 12 multi-gemstones there. That's that sapphire blue. Here's that sapphire druzy quartz, which basically means it's like they take that druzy quartz that they kind of chivel away, and then it is basically dyed to that sapphire blue. But again, you're still going to get elements of that druzy quartz because again, it's like almost like sand when you start chipping it away, that quartz. So you're going to get all of those blues there. And then here you have your turquoise and then your sapphire colored gemstones as well. So this one, super gorgeous. And again, taking a look at the profile here, you can, it's a little bit dark. Let's see, maybe if you go against white. Take a look at that if you can see the profile of that. Again, all of these super natural, super beachy, like that beachy look. And again, just a really natural oceanic tones that you're looking at here. Again, your light blues, your sapphires, your corals, your shell colors. You're seeing your turquoise, all of that. Really, really gorgeous. And again, when you're looking at centimeter size here, I'll take a look here for you. You're looking at about 2 1/4 centimeters in length. Sorry, 2 1/4 centimeters in length. And then you're looking at about 2 centimeters wide. 2 centimeters wide. Okay. This one retails at $840. Your Shop LC price is $184.99. That 25% off is going to bring you down to $138.74, which is going to bring you to 28 bucks for 5 budget payments. 28 bucks. So again, $139, $28 for your 5 budget payments. A steal if you know somebody that really loves that ocean look. However, we also have a number of other different looks. So hold that. What you're going to want to do, Tyler has been putting that SKU number in the chat every time you see a new piece. You also can see, depending upon if you're on YouTube, Facebook, and whatnot. Again, make sure you follow, like us, click the bell, do all the social things. But sometimes you can see where it'll say like above my head, like shop 11 or what have you. But also there's the SKU number in the chat. If you're like, oh, I want to get this, but I got to run out and go grab the kids or whatever you got to do right now. Write down that SKU number. Write down the SKU number. Save it somewhere. Go back to shoplc.com. Put that SKU number in the search bar that you'll see at the top, and it'll bring you right to the piece that you're looking at. I don't have a pen and paper right now. Once this live is over, you'll be able to go back on YouTube and you'll be able to see the live stream and then the chats and stuff like that. So you'll be able to go back and look at it then. So 2 different ways to do it. Easy. This ring here, we're going to move on. This is your silver pink cameo. This is going to be another multi-gemstone. This one is in sterling silver. You're looking at 5.2 carat weights. This one, okay. This one looks like an estate ring. This one here, you are looking at, trying to make sure that I have the correct. Okay. So when you're looking at the pink cameo, you're also looking at, if you could scroll down for me on the info part. Perfect. Okay. When you're looking at the pink cameo, you're also looking at 4 pink sapphires and your Niaza ruby. Okay. We've had those. If you watch the TV programs on multiple times, you will know that the is it Niasa or Nyasa?
Nyasa.
Nyasa. Okay, Nyasa. Your Nyasa ruby is like the ruby that it's a gorgeous ruby. Take a look here. I'm going to wear it on my power finger. Take a look at that. Yes, that is the profile of a lady there, which is really pretty. This has a really Victorian era look to it. Super Victorian, which is like 1800s. Named after Queen Victoria. That's why it's Victorian. All right. Which again, if you didn't know that, love history. Take a look here. So you see that? That's your pink cameo here. Again, with that profile. Here is your Nyasa ruby. And then there are your pink sapphires. And then if you could zoom out for me a little bit so we can see the top of the ring. Perfect. And the same at the top. Your Nyasa ruby and your pink sapphires there. This again in sterling silver. When you are looking at the price tag on this, you are looking at almost $700. $700 on this. Because again, that pink cameo is rare, but boy, is it gorgeous. Look at that. Look at that. The way that the rubies and stuff shine. This, you're getting that Shop LC price for $175, 25% off, $131, 5 budget payments of $26. 5 budget payments. Now, I do want to look up one thing really quick because this is the first time I will say that I've ever seen pink cameo. Okay. And which, oh, by the way, again, this is in pure sterling silver. The price of silver is still over $100. You're looking at $106. Okay. So, pink cameo stone. Okay. Super, super interesting. So, pink cameo. I'm not going to like pat myself on the back, but I'm going to pat myself on the back. was the reason why it's so expensive is the Victorian era made it super, super famous because of Queen Victoria, because many of the men that liked her got her profile in pink cameo on a ring. Because I'm pretty sure she never married, or she might have married, but she had a lot of boyfriends. But so she was the one that made pink cameo famous and putting in her profile on pink cameo. The reason why it's so expensive is because it takes a high level of detail, including delicate features, layers, and fine nuances, as well as images, even more so with images that include motifs. All right. Now, again, what's interesting about this is from a shell hardstone or jasperware. And then again, some of these you can see, they say the purity of it. Well, it's called pink cameo. It says the ones that are much more in that milky white, those ones are going to be the more expensive ones. Okay. Let me just double check here. It's really interesting. And then again, you'll have that.
You can't go wrong with cameos. It's something that's...
I've never seen this before.
It's vintage, and it's been around since the test of time with these artisan craftsmanship that makes that, for my mom, that's exactly what she collects. She
really?
Them. Yeah, absolutely beautiful. A lot of them are made of that beautiful shell as well.
But yeah, I've never seen it in person, like I said. And so I just had to look up one thing about it because, yeah, and it's the really, really deep pink.
Yep.
Those ones, it goes from white to deep pink. But again, super interesting, it kind of like brings a little bit of a history to it. But again, seeing that white, that's why you're seeing it expensive. And then again, the fact that it has that profile in there. And then again, the intricacies of the carving, super expensive. And then again, your Niassa ruby and your pink sapphire. Niassa ruby and pink sapphire, so that you have a ruby and a sapphire in one ring. Again, the fact that it's $680, I would have appraised this a lot more. But again, it's retailed at $680. But again, we give it to you for $175, and that 25% off, $131, 5 budget payments of $26. So thank you for going on that learning journey with me. All right, moving on, we have another gorgeous ring here. Let me just make sure this is the right one. Okay, yeah, I think this is the right one, yeah. Ooh! This one. All right, you're looking at Arizona turquoise, a multi-gemstone ring in rhodium over sterling silver. Excuse me. That Mucinex thing did help, though. All right. Let me tell you something a little bit about Arizona turquoise. If you've been to the Southwest and you've gone into any jewelry shop, you know that these are going to be priced from the hundreds to the thousands, okay? Rarely are you going to see 2 sizes of turquoise like this for under $300. And I'm being conservative, $300, okay? Now, you get 2 of those pieces. I want you to see this gorgeous ring. This one, by the way, turquoise is making a major comeback, and I'm going to tell you why in a second. That one's 3 centimeters, looking across 2. Okay? And again, I'm worried on my power finger here. So you can see it. Take a look at that. That is gorgeous. This one again, rhodium over sterling silver, 3.3 carat weights. Arizona turquoise. there is something very, very famous about Arizona turquoise. While this is not your Sleeping Beauty turquoise that's out of Globe, Arizona, Arizona is a highly sought after place for its turquoise. Arizona and New Mexico. When you see turquoise, okay, especially for example, like the Sleeping Beauty mine in Globe, Arizona, it's about an hour and a half outside of Phoenix, east of Phoenix. And the reason why they called it Sleeping Beauty turquoise is because on the mountain that it comes from, it looks like Sleeping Beauty is sleeping. But again, for some reason where Arizona is and the type of turquoise that it has, it is starting to become so much more valuable because a lot of the mines are closing. The Sleeping Beauty mine shut down in 2012. So you now are so if you ever see Sleeping Beauty turquoise, grab it because it is getting so rare because there's no more being made. Shut down in 2012. And that's if you see Sleeping Beauty turquoise. With this Arizona turquoise, many of the mines slowly are starting to shut down because they're like, okay, there's no more turquoise here. Because again, these don't come in in these massive, massive quantities. Yes, it's still a mountain, but once they find and they can see that the quantity's out, then they're like, okay, we can shut it down, which is what happened with the Sleeping Beauty mine. So again, that Arizona turquoise, you're going to want to grab it because many of those mines are starting to, slowly but surely shut down. Now, when you look at the detailing here, again, you're seeing the turquoise and then those multi-gemstones. So here's here's the two turquoise, and then here's your multi-gemstones. You're looking at, your diamond look. You're looking at that one you kind of can't really see it. This one here, it looks kind of darker teal here, but here it's like an aquamarine and then a sapphire look, okay? And I'll even show you here where you can see it's a little bit different. You see that aquamarine look and that sapphire. Again, and that rhodium over sterling silver. Also, taking a look, you can see all the detail of the studs here and the swirls. Absolutely gorgeous piece. And again, the turquoise is making a huge comeback. It's got like that rugged feel to it. You think of shows like, Yellowstone and a lot of those types of, anything in the Southwest, any of those shows, which now I just saw that they're making Marshalls, which is Casey Dutton, any Yellowstone fans out there. Now Casey Dutton is getting his own show called Marshalls. But, it's got that Southwest feel, but then also kind of just that whole Western wilderness feel as well. And these are making a huge comeback because again, turquoise is extremely expensive. This one retails at $1,000. Retails at $1,000. However, your price with us is $175. $175, and we are looking at, with a 25% off, $131. 4 budget payments of $33. 4 budget payments of $33, and you got 2 pieces of that Arizona turquoise. Okay. 2 of them, carat weight of that turquoise, 2.22. So almost 2.5 carats of turquoise there. Gorgeous. I'm sorry. For this one, do we have to end just a little bit early, really quick, for the 10 o'clock one? Like at 9:50?
We can end at 9:55.
Okay, perfect. All right, because folks, again, we're also going to be live again at 10 a.m. So if you're here, don't worry, I'm going to be here till noon. All right, so our next one here, we are looking at your Malagasy labradorite. This one here is going to be your earrings in rhodium over sterling silver. Let me tell you about labradorite. All right, so this one, labradorite is by far one of the oldest gemstones in the world. You can always know, what a labradorite, you can always just tell what a labradorite is because it literally looks in the light like you're viewing the northern lights. What do I mean by that? when you take a look at this, and I'm going to use my handy dandy back here. Hopefully this works. Because again, we're going through a phone here. All right. You'll see a lot of these. Shop LC has a lot of these, for example, in like just actual labradorite stone that you can use as like a paperweight or what have you, or a decorative piece. But take a look at that. And then when you see the way that it moves, you see that? Depending upon the cut and which way it's set, you can really see, look at that. Especially this one here. Look at that. It looks like the Northern Lights, which is really cool. This is starting to become like one of like my favorite, like there's like your old gemstones, you know, like your OG gemstones, right? This is kind of like my favorite OG gemstone. Again, it's one of the oldest in the world. And we're talking millions and millions of years. Okay? Again, this one here, you're going to get your 2 earrings in your rhodium over sterling silver. When we are talking about length, all right, let me throw one on here for you. And folks, I mean, when you're talking the oldest stone here, you're looking at these 2 pieces here, 9.84 carats, which is going to be about a little over 5 carats on each ear. Okay. Not heavy though, not heavy. All right, taking a look there. You are looking at about 3 centimeters there. 3 centimeters. Perfect as far as a cute little dangle. This looks great. Excuse me. This looks great with colors like your blues, your greens, even your browns, your yellows. Because again, you can even see when you look at it straight on, it almost kind of looks like that clear color. But then when you start tilting it, you really, just look at that minor tilt there. You really see the blue. Take a look here. This doesn't even do it justice. Okay. But even actually yesterday, if you were with me and you saw the one gifts for other people, we had that mystery box where it was all the different stones. All of those stones that we had in there were like your OG old stones. One of them was labradorite, and we showed how you could see the Northern Lights in it. Super gorgeous. Again, it doesn't even really do it justice. But you're seeing here those 2 multi-gemstones. One that looks an aquamarine color and one that is like that opal color. This one here, you can't really see it here on the monitor, but again, no, you're fine. I'm talking color.
No, I'm just getting that black bar off.
Oh, okay. This one is going to be your aquamarine color, and then this one is your opal. Okay? You can see it, again, a little bit better here. It's more of an aquamarine color versus your opal. Okay? Super gorgeous. Again, one of the oldest stones in the world. It's like my favorite OG stone because, again, when you see that Northern Lights look, it's super gorgeous. This one, again, retails at $700, which, again, if you see labradorite out there, it's usually very, very expensive because, again, it's so old. You're going to be getting it for $120. $90 is your price with that 25% off. $30 is your 3 budget payments. I'm sorry. 3 budget payments of $30. $90, these earrings are yours. So again, if you know somebody that's very into the earth, stones, what these mean. Also, like I said, if you watched the stream yesterday where we had gifts for people in that mystery box, it was all of these old stones that were like your OG stones. And labradorite. Labradorite. Am I saying it wrong? Labradorite?
Yeah.
Labradorite. And then I'm trying to remember, it is for You use it for
It aligns the chakras. Labradorite does. If you're very
that one, yeah.
in the sense.
Mm-hmm. No, keep going. Go ahead.
It's also a stress reliever, and
that's what it was for. Yeah, stress.
It's a big deal. I've got cutting boards made out of it, Faran.
Oh wow!
So morning preparing food, it does. You know, it depends on if you believe in that sort of situation or not. But
I do.
Regardless, it has that beautiful, vibrant hue. I always call this the stone that kind of reminds me of Avatar.
Oh really? Okay, because I was going to say Northern Lights.
Yeah,
but to everybody's different.
Either way, right?
You know. Yeah, but okay. So yeah. Labradorite.
But from Canada, but they also mine it in Madagascar as well. So you're finding these really beautiful deposits of something that can be almost a rainbow in a sense.
Well, that's so to me, when you say Canada, to me, when Becky Booker and we had a stone, like where it was like a paperweight basically, and it looked like the Northern Lights.
Yeah.
So when you said Canada, I was like, oh, that's where you see a lot of them, right? But yeah, it was for stress. And when you saw that gift, again, if you didn't see it yesterday, you can go to the live stream and look. It was like the gifts for everybody. And it was like every stone was like, use this for stress, use this for balance, use this for this. And I was like, I'm going to walk out with this box with all these different stones. Because, yeah, it truly does, you know. But yeah, so Labradorite. All right, so our next one here, we're going to look at a chrysoprase. This is going to be your Rainbow Paraba double quartz pendant. Again, these are all going to have without the chain. However, I am going to put it on a chain for you so you can get the look of it. And let me grab this one here. This one here, again, that chrysoprase. Again, when you're talking about somebody that's maybe like really into the earth, into stones, all that stuff, these are kind of those pieces, whether it's you, a friend, what have you, these are those pieces that are really, really gorgeous. Just those natural earth tones. Again, very earth inspired. I remember seeing the interview with the designers of these. And those blues, those greens, those beautiful browns, your shell color, all of that. Now, when you look at this one, you are going to see that, you know, a lot of these pendants kind of had something on the bail of the pendant here. This one here, you are going to see that the bail is actually a classic bail there. But take a look. You got your earth leaf there. All right. This one, again, without the chain, but I want you to see with the chain on it. That very classic look here. Now, when you're looking at the design, again, excuse me, this one is going to be in that rhodium over sterling silver, 3 carat weights. Taking a look here, that multi-gemstone. You have your pear shape and you have your round, and then you have that gorgeous detailing of that rhodium over sterling silver. Now, when it comes to these colors, you are getting almost kind of that blue diamond look. That blue diamond look. Okay. Take a look at that, and then coupled with the green, adding just such a beautiful shimmer to it. And again, it's that natural earth tone meets like that Art Deco geometric, that Art Deco look here. All right. And then again, take a looking at the detailing in that sterling silver here, the top and the bottom here. Again, what do you see when you have details like that in sterling silver or that rhodium over sterling silver? You see that sparkle. That's what I love about these precious metals. Again, is the more detailing and stuff you have, the more you can make it even look like a gemstone. It's crazy. Like I said, the diamond cut, it looked like diamonds when we saw it yesterday. This one now retails at $429.99, but you are getting it for $119.99, which is going to be a price of $90 after that 25% off. That's going to be 5 budget payments of $18. 5 budget payments of $18. So again, that rhodium over sterling silver, again, you're going to have that carat weight, three carat weights there. And again, that silver chrysoprase and that rainbow paraba double quartz. Really, really pretty. Really, really pretty. And then there you can see that quartz, that gorgeous greenish teal color is going to be that quartz. And then taking even a look at the profile, you can see that stone there as well. Taking a look here, that's going to be that quartz there. All right, moving on. Moving right along, we are going to look at your silver Malagasy labradorite. This is going to be a multi-gemstone over rhodium over sterling silver. All right, so we were just talking about that labradorite. Oh, this one. This one is where you can really see it. I do now see what you're saying with Avatar too. I'll accept it.
Yeah.
I see it. Yeah.
That bioluminescent glow.
Take a look. Okay. Look at that. Again, you can see here front on. Front on, you can really see where it like looks green. Then you start tilting up and down. You can really see those hues of blue, brown, light blue. There you can see the blue there. Like I said, it really depends upon what angle it's at and whatnot. But what's really cool is, again, this one, having the detail of the leaves and the studs here, you're going to see this is going to add a lot of shine to that rhodium over sterling silver. Taking a look here at your measurements. You are looking at, let's see, about 3.5 to around 2. So really pretty. When you look at that, take a look at the detailing here. If you could zoom out for me so we can kind of see the whole, yeah, perfect. Okay, so you can see the leaves here on each side. And again, all that ridging, that detailing there. You see the studs. You see your gemstone colors there. You're going to have your rainbow stone and your multi-gemstone. So here's going to be your rainbow stone right there. And then your multi-stone, which looks almost like an aquamarine. But when you see that rainbow stone, it almost appears like an opal. So it's going to be adding to the blues and the greens. Taking a closer look there. Really, really pretty. This one retails at $900. You are getting, and also take a look too at the profile. So you can see that labradorite.
Retriever.
Okay, so labradorite.
Labradorite.
Labradorite. There you go. Take a look at the profile of the labradorite. Okay, labradorite there, and then you can see again that rhodium over sterling silver with that, almost that double band there with the ring. Again, this one retailing at $900. You are going to be getting it for $120 with that 25% off, $90. 3 budget payments of $30. So $30 times 3, and your labradorite is yours.
Boom.
Labradorite. There you go.
Money.
All right. Taking a look now. We have got your indigo tourmaline. Tourmaline here. Tourmaline, again, another gorgeous gemstone here. Tourmaline celestial quartz. This is going to be in rhodium over sterling silver. And wow, is this gorgeous. So, when I was on with Chris the other night, and then I was watching a little bit of Tony last night, Tony Denise, if you've watched him, he said something very interesting. Tourmaline has not been around for a long time in the gemstone world, okay? Actually, I believe tourmaline was discovered, I think it was the early 1900s. Stand by.
It was discovered by Spanish conquistadors in Brazil during the 1500s.
Okay, 1500s. Which honestly, when you're talking about gemstones, that's like teenage age, believe it or not. When you're talking, for example, we were talking about the, there was one, not the fire opal. Oh gosh, but it was a ruby. But the ruby was discovered in 2009. And I was like, that's like a newborn baby in like the gemstone timeline. Okay. Like 2009 is a newborn baby of the discovery. All right. So tourmaline, you know, because rubies again have been, you know, rubies, sapphires, emeralds, all of that date back to hundreds of thousands of years of people discovering them. Tourmaline in the 1500s. The other one is indicolite. Tony Denise, you know, the god of gems here, said had royalty discovered tourmaline before rubies, sapphires, and emeralds, as well as indicolite, you would see all of the kings and queens jewelries in tourmaline and indicolite because they're so rare. And tourmaline is this stone that you're getting here. This is, I believe Chris's like second favorite stone. But what's interesting about tourmaline is it comes in a variety of different colors, which makes it super, super rare. And again, it's not a one source gem, but there's not many sources. Okay. Many places you can get, you know, Africa, South America, what have you, which honestly, like, if you remember back to learning about like Pangea, like when all the continents were together, it totally makes sense why you can find the same stone from Africa and South America. Because you're like, oh, they used to be connected, you know, thousands and millions of years ago. But so here's your tourmaline and almost your pear and then inverted pear shapes. Okay, you are getting 5 stones here. 5 stones. And it starts from your large pear in the center, your 2 mediums on the side, and your 2 baby pears on the end there. Okay. And I'll tell you the sizes of each one of these. But you're looking at a minimum carat weight of 5.5. All right. Again, tourmaline, super, super rare, super, super underrated. Again, the other thing is with these pear-shaped cuts, another thing that's super rare. This is valued at $600. Personally, I think that it's worth way more as far as retail. But also take a look at the under gallery. You have a fully open under gallery there. So that is going to shine bright. All right. Taking a look here, you can see you have your pear shape here, your inverted pears, depending on which way you wear this, and then your pears there. Very cool with the way how they all fit together. And then again, this is going to be kind of your seawater green, we'll call it. Seawater green. Okay. This one here again retails at $600. Again, I think it would be worth way more for the rarity of tourmaline. However, shop LC price $80. Again, this is that rhodium over sterling silver. 25% off, you get it for $60. And then that's 3 budget payments of $20. 3 budget payments of $20. Again, a beautiful stone here with your greens and a little bit of a hue of blue. So you kind of get that greenish blue. Beautiful. All right. We have 3 more that we're going to run through here really quickly. We have this gorgeous pendant. We have your Golden Dream pink flat Jersey quartz. And this is going to be in rhodium over sterling silver. Take a look at this. Now, not going to lie. When you first look at it from far away, it looks white. When you come up to it and then you see it in the light, it's pink. All right, take a look at that. Gorgeous with your multi-gemstones. Very geometric, very Art Deco-y. All right, again, rhodium over sterling silver. The chain is connected, and it's actually connected on the outer edges of this here. And the way that it's connected, it almost makes it look like it's a multi-gemstone. Taking a look here at the design. Excuse me. So here is your chain connections there on the end. We're taking a look here. We're looking at your multi-gemstone here, which gives that pink sapphire look. All right. Gorgeous pink diamond, pink sapphire. You are looking at a retail price of $600. However, $134.99 is your shop LC price. with that 25% off, $100, 5 payments of $20. You're talking about a carat weight of the rainbow quartz there, 0.6. And then again, those multi gemstones. You can't beat a price like that. $20. Five budget payments of $20 or $100. Absolutely gorgeous piece there. And again, that one is going to be an 18-inch necklace. 18 inches. Next, we have your silver Malagasy labradorite. It's a multi-gemstone pendant. This one, I'm going to show you here really quick. Take a look at that. You can look at that. There you can see, look at that. That is a great shot of your labradorite. Look at that. See the northern lights like that? That is why I love it. And then you go to the back, and I love how they have it open. Look at that. Oh, I just had it there. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. That's Avatar. That's Northern Lights. All that. That is your labradorite. You are looking at also your rainbow gem, your rainbow stone, and then it also looks like we are looking at your multi-gemstones where we're getting the look of tourmaline and amethyst. So here you can see your 2 rainbow stones and then your tourmaline look and your amethyst look, your green tourmaline, but here you can see it more a little bit here as well. And then your amethyst and your diamond look. And again, this labrador right here, you're looking at 7.6 carat weights. This one retails at $1,400. Look at that. That's why. $1,400 here. And then seeing the backside as well. And here at Shop LC, $202.49 is your price, which is going to bring you down to $152, which is going to be 5 budget payments of about $30. $151.86 is with the 25% off. $30.37 is your budget pay. All right, our very final one here. Take a look at this silver gray moonstone multi-gemstone bracelet, 18 karat vermeil, yellow golden rhodium over sterling silver. Take a look at this. Take a look at the profile. You've got almost like that pyramid, a rectangular pyramid. And when you see the way the light hits it, again, that moonstone, giving that crescent in the light, that crescent light stone. Again, that 18 karat vermeil, yellow gold over sterling silver. You have your pops of gold and your sterling silver, and you have kind of like your bar and circle security there. We're taking a look at that. Again, absolutely gorgeous. Looking at this. And then again, you have your multi-gemstones. You have your citrine and your multi-gemstone and your diamond look here. And then again, looking in that gorgeous, gorgeous stylings of that silver. That one retails. This retails at $2,700. $2,700, but you get it for $400. $400, but with that 25%, you get it for $300. $100 off, which is going to be 5 budget payments of $60. 5 budget payments of $60. So again, ladies and gentlemen, if you see anything that you liked, make sure that you use that SKU code there, and you will be able to come back to these anytime you want. Again, using that live 25 code at checkout and that promo code link. And then also don't forget 888-835-2237 is your personal shopper number. Stay close, because in about 5 minutes, we're going to be starting another live stream here. And we're going to make sure that we bring you some more pieces here. But again, 5 minutes, we're going to be back. So with that said, my name is Faran Fronczak. Thank you guys so much for watching. And always remember to stay tuned to shoplc.com. We'll see you soon.